With us now is Dr. Sharad Kohli, senior economist. Dr. Kohli, what do you make of this fresh optimistic note that the United States president has struck on trade negotiations with India, once again speaking highly of Prime Minister Modi and the India-US relationship on his official social media account?
Good morning, Uday. Good morning to the viewers of NewsX. I think this is always in the making. It's just a matter of time. A very sharp turnaround, I would say, from calling India as a dead economy to calling India and US as friends and India as a great country and so on and so forth. I think US is facing a backlash within its country. As Mr. Sudhakaran was saying that, the midterm elections 26 are around the corner. The courts have ruled against it. His own economy is facing a lot of headwinds. The employment position is bad as of now. New investments are not pouring in. Inflation is once again raising its head, and not many people know that. I will bring out a very interesting point here, which is ever after 27th, when the tariffs were imposed, shortages of the stores and the consumer sections which were using Indian goods is already coming to the fore. I mean, you're not getting the goods that easily, which will obviously lead to a price rise, and it's not easy for US to find alternate markets. Alternate supply chains are not that easy. So I'm sure the relationship between India and the US is far beyond trade. There's people to people, there's cultural, there's defense, there's space. ISRO and NASA work together. There are so many fronts, we are entwined with each other. And I really don't think the way President Trump wanted to look at it by calling it as a dead economy or India is fueling the Russian war. Having said that, today, I would like to add here that along with President Trump's tweets of this kind on Truth Social or whatever, I would also expect his inner coterie, people like Peter Navarro, to refrain from making the nasty comments they're making about India. I think the White House entirely has to be on the same page. It's not that his people surrounding him are making nasty tweets and he makes a very sweet tweet. I think that will go contrary. And another aspect to this, I saw another comment last evening when he's saying that BRICS countries or India and China he's going to levy because of Russian oil and all that. I think some of the contradictions are also being witnessed here. It's not it's one way, because only India and China are being put together in the same basket for fueling Russian war and oil and so on and so forth. So I think it's a bit early to conclude that something very, very nice is going to happen. But yes, a very positive step in the right direction. And this had to happen. If it doesn't happen now, it will surely happen. Knowing President Trump's unpredictability, knowing President Trump's mood swings, I think we should not be celebrating yet. Uday.
All right. Also, Dr. Kohli, Prime Minister Modi speaking, reacting to Donald Trump's statement. Prime Minister Modi has also called US and India natural partners. Prime Minister Modi has also spoken about these trade talks which are on.
Yes, Prime Minister Modi, is a true diplomat. If a tweet is mentioned where Prime Minister Modi is mentioned as a good friend, obviously, as a true diplomat, he would reciprocate. And he reciprocates in the right way, in a very measured way, I would say. Because you cannot be calling somebody as a friend and, keep levying tariffs at the highest rates in the world. So the two things can't go hand in hand. But yes, as far as words are concerned, as far as, the rules of diplomacy are concerned, the rules of basic conversation are concerned, if somebody calls me a friend, I'll say, okay, I acknowledge me being a friend. And we have respect for the feelings or the thoughts you have. Well, I think that is Prime Minister Modi's approach right now. Having said that, I'm very hopeful. There are backdoor talks going on. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal had also indicated that by November, we may be having a trade deal. So I'm sure back of the door, which most of us or the media is not aware, there are talks going on. I call that a sixth round of talks. 5 rounds have already happened. And we never know if US has to agree on agri and dairy refrainment. We've drawn a red line there. We cannot allow agri and dairy to be a walk-in for the U.S. I think if they agree on that and some of the other issues they get tweaked, I'm sure the deal will happen. I am very sure deal will happen. But in the interim, I think President Trump and his entire team in the White House has to refrain from linking India with India being Russian war machine, India being a laundromat, this is Modi's war and all that. I think these kind of statements will deter the talks or progress on the trade deal. That's what I feel.